Welcome to the boating adventure. This is part 4 of our journey down to Cowroast. Well, a very good morning to you from Leighton Buzzard. It is the 11th of August 2025 and it's a Monday. I know that because we're waiting for Aldi to open. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the boat round and go back just a little way because there are some shopping moorings. You get 2 hours mooring to go to the shops. So we're going to go to Aldi, and there's a B&M, and I think there's a Tesco's as well. So I need to get petrol, and we've got a little shopping list for Aldi. So that's what we're going to do first.
Just after, there's a green narrowboat in front of this wide beam. You can moor just after that, and that's your 2 hour shopping thing.
Right, so we're going shopping in the boat.
See from here, but in the moment, but you're on that side there, pulling just in front of this narrowboat. Two hours there. Yep.
The entrance is up there somewhere.
Yeah, it's a bit further up.
Anyway, then
we'll just go a bit further up then. We've got to turn around anyway to come back, haven't we? See where that little patch of sunlight's coming through? Yeah. That's the entrance. We'll get right up here.
here we go. We've done the shopping at Aldi, we picked some petrol up at Tesco's, and we're off back again down this little bit that we've done twice already. Under the bridge. Steve's just taken some rubbish and I'm going to pick him up on the way. I was talking to a chappie on a narrowboat that moored up in front of us, and he was saying how difficult it is to get moorings from now on, especially in the places where there is a railway station nearby, because all the commuters from London are buying up the boats and mooring them up, and it's difficult to get in. This is our first lock of the day. This is Grove Lock, and we've just passed Narrowboat Destiny. And this is their destination. They're going to spend a couple of weeks here and then do whatever they do. So it's goodbye to them, and we've got another 2 days travel to get us to Cowroast Marina. This is our second lock today. This is Church Lock. Now where the narrowboat is moored up in front of me, there is another part of the bridge there, another arch. There are two arches, and the reason for that is that back in the day they had an extra lock. So they had the double lock and they also had a single lock, so it gave you a choice really. If you were a single boat on your own, you would obviously use the single lock, and that saved water. It's a shame it's not operating at the moment, because that would be really good for us. We wouldn't feel so guilty about emptying these double locks just for us, but we have no choice. There's nobody to travel with today. Being a weekday, it's a lot quieter than it was during the weekend. And we've lost our travel partner now, so we are on our own. This is typical again of the Grand Union Canal. It's why it's quite humid, because the sort of the heat is trapped between a line of bushes either side. It's very overgrown. The towpath is on the starboard side at the moment, which is unusual because it's been on the port side for most of the journey. But occasionally on the port side there is a gap now, and you can see into the distance, if you can see above the vegetation. We've just gone under bridge 118, and just before it there is a footpath which takes you off to the Train Robbers Bridge, which is where the great train robbery occurred, and it's the bridge that is always photographed whenever you see footage of the great train robbery. So we're just coming up to Slapton Lock. It's the third lock of today.
up. I'm not sure if it's more, but it's coming down.
So this is Slapton Lock, number 30. So we've got a little bit of scenery in front of us. In the background are the Chiltern Hills. Temperatures are expected to soar today to into the 30s, which is unheard of for us in the UK. But it's going to be very hot, so we've got a fan going. It seems to work best for us when it's on the floor. It's giving us a little bit of air circulation, which is much needed. This is lock number 31, Horton Wharf, and you can see evidence of the single lock. So as well as the single locks, they also built at the side of many of the locks some pumping stations, local pumping stations that were powered by steam, and they were there to recirculate the water to send it back up to the top. So we're coming up to lock 32. I did manage to get a couple of shots of the Whipsonade lion on the hillside. We pulled up at this point for a spot of lunch, then wished we hadn't because there were just so many flies around and it took ages to get rid of them out of the boat. We were able to come straight into this lock because for whatever reason the bottom gates were open. So that made it a bit easier. So when you leave these locks at the moment, you have to leave the bottom paddle up, or at least one of the bottom paddles, so that the lock gradually empties. There's a little sign on the lock to tell you what to do. This is one of those local pumping stations at the side of lock 38. Well, very good morning to you. It is Tuesday the 12th of August 2025 and last night we moored up at Marsworth, and today we've got a fairly short journey, but it is interrupted by 7 locks that are in fairly quick succession. We then get up to the Tring summit, and then it's only a short distance then to Cowroast Marina. And hopefully we can get in there, get plugged in, get the washing done and all that sort of thing we really want to get into the marina and do. We are actually booked in for 2 nights, but possibly we're only going to use one of those nights because we really want to start making our way back again. Just past bridge 131 there are some CRT facilities, so we're able to get water and dispose of the Elsan and rubbish.
Dragonfly, look. Hello. Get it on, and then once they're still looking. Let's go. Let's go around. You're going onto this landing it. There. I would think. It doesn't matter, does it, either side? If you go this side, you can see me. I can get to lock either way. Oh, can I? No.
This is lot 39 of the Marsworth flight. We have some CRT help on this one. This lock cottage between locks 42 and 43 is up for sale for a cool £1 million. So we've done all the locks today, and we're now just travelling towards Cowroast Marina. It's about a mile from the locks, and it'll be on the offside. Okay, so we've arrived at Cowroast Marina and we're on pontoon number 66. And everything's been plugged in to get it charged up, ready for our return journey. We hope that you've enjoyed these videos of our trip down to Cowroast. We certainly had a good time. We did have to make tracks with it. We were going to stay for 2 nights at Cowroast, but because of the onset of lock closures and the restricted times for locks, we felt that we needed to make haste and get back just in case we couldn't make it back to the marina. We shared locks for the vast majority of the time where we could. That saved water and it also saved quite a bit of time. So what do you think were the best bits of...
For me?
Yeah.
Milton Keynes. I was very surprised with Milton Keynes. I thought how pleasant it was going through it. Loved it. Now the way they've set it out and done everything. The breakfast at Wilton Marina Cafe. Blissworth Tunnel. Not so much a highlight, more of a scare fest. That is spooky going through that. It takes quite a while. Even on Swamp Duck, it takes quite a while to get through it. It is it's a bit eerie going through it.
We didn't actually meet anybody coming the other way when we went down to Cowroast, but on the way back we met several several boats, but
yeah.
It wasn't a problem. Everybody just slowed down and took it really carefully, so we managed to get through that. It's a long tunnel, the people that we actually came across.
Yeah.
In particular, going up the Braunston flight of locks, we teamed up with a narrowboat and a couple there, and the boat was called Harmonia, and that was great. It sort of set the scene for us because we kind of like worked out a safe routine whereby we could share a lock with a steel boat. And then when it came to the next flight of locks, Narrowboat Destiny, and in fact we shared quite a lot of locks with them. The Buckby flight, the Stoke ones, and then the few odd locks that you get in between, and we eventually parted company somewhere along the route. They didn't go after Milton Keynes.
They moored up for
they moored up, yeah, and but then we actually saw them again on the way back, so that was good.
And then the other one on the way back was Molly Mary.
Yeah, Molly Mary.
Right. I think we did Buckby.
The Buckby flight.
We did Braunston.
And we did Braunston, and we did Hill Morton. But a shout out to them as well, and all these people, they all took little cards and things for the channel. So if you're watching, hi. All of those narrowboat teams, fantastic. So that to me was a highlight. Plus the many other people that we met along the way, and were all very kind to us. So that was brilliant. So I hope you've enjoyed this series of videos. We were hoping to make a few more of a different journey, but because of the lock closures and the lack of water, etc., those plans have had to be put on hold. So we'll bring you some more adventures as soon as possible. So thank you very much for watching, And as always, do
take
take
care.
care.
Bye.